A shocking clue may have just changed everything we thought we knew about the impending war between Drew Kane, Willow Kane, and Nina Reeves. For weeks, we have been watching this high stakes game of chess unfold, with everyone waiting for the other shoe to drop. Drew has been trapped in his own body, suffering in silence, while Willow and Nina plotted his ultimate downfall. But a new detail could expose the truth about why the power dynamic in this bitter feud is about to violently shift. Something isn't adding up anymore regarding Drew's miraculous recovery and his sudden, chilling patience. He is a man who was betrayed by his wife, paralyzed, and then literally pushed into a lake to drown by his mother-in-law. A man with that much trauma and rage should be lashing out, screaming from the rooftops and demanding justice. Yet, he is biding his time. Why? Because a massive secret is sitting right in front of us, and it holds the key to the entire storyline. If you ask me, the center of this entire universe right now is not the hit and run, it is not the hospital board, and it is certainly not the Quartermaine family drama. The absolute center of this war is Jack Brennan and his infamous black box. We need to talk about this box because it is the ultimate trump card. Inside that sleek, unassuming briefcase lies the definitive proof of Drew Kane's campaign embezzlement. This is not just a minor infraction. This is the kind of federal crime that ruins reputations, destroys political careers, and sends a man to Pentonville for a very long time. More importantly, it is the kind of crime that would cost Drew his relationship with Danny Morgan, the one thing he values above all else. Willow and Nina know this. They have been banking on this. They believe that as long as Jack Brennan holds that black box, Drew is effectively neutralized. Let us look at the psychological state of our players right now. Willow Kane is walking around with a false sense of security. She thinks she has outsmarted the devil. She shot her husband, watched him become paralyzed, and then actively tried to prevent him from communicating. When Drew miraculously began to recover his mobility, Willow panicked, but she quickly sought refuge behind Jack Brennan's terrifying reputation. Nina Reeves is in the exact same boat. She literally pushed a wheelchair-bound Drew into the freezing waters of the Quartermaine Lake, leaving him to drown. If Giovanni Palmieri had not been there to dive in and execute a dramatic rescue, Drew would be dead. Nina sent an SOS to Brennan, begging him to clean up her mess. Both of these women are relying entirely on Brennan to be their shield. They believe that Brennan's possession of the black box means Drew cannot touch them without destroying himself in the process. But that is where things become interesting. Drew Kane is no longer the helpless victim trapped in a paralyzed body. He is rapidly regaining his strength, his mobility, and his voice. He remembers every single moment of his captivity. He remembers the cold water of the lake closing over his head. He remembers the look in Willow's eyes when she betrayed him. After everything he has endured, Drew wants revenge, and he wants it immediately. But he is a former Navy SEAL. He knows better than to charge blindly into a heavily fortified enemy position. He knows that if he goes after Willow and Nina right now, Brennan will simply open that black box, release the embezzlement evidence, and send Drew straight to a federal penitentiary before Willow or Nina ever see the inside of a courtroom. It may not be a coincidence that Drew is holding back. He is assessing the battlefield. He realizes that a direct frontal assault on his wife and mother-in-law is suicide as long as Brennan holds the detonator. Therefore, his strategy has to change. He cannot just attack, he has to disarm them first. This could explain a lot about his recent behavior. He is calculating his next move, and that move has to be the complete and total elimination of the black box. If you ask me, we are about to see Drew Kane pivot from a defensive victim to a ruthless apex predator. He is going to realize that the only way to win this war is to cut the head off the snake, and in this scenario, the snake is the leverage Jack Brennan holds over him. This brings us to the big reveal theory, the central secret that is going to blow this storyline wide open. I firmly believe that Drew Kane is going to orchestrate a high-stakes heist to steal the black box directly from Jack Brennan. This is not going to be a simple smash and grab. Drew is going to use all of his military training, his stealth, and his tactical knowledge to pull this off. He is going to monitor Brennan's movements, track his schedule, and wait for the perfect window of opportunity. He will likely discover whether the box is hidden at Brennan's private residence or secured away in his office at the WSB front. Imagine the scene, guys. The tension will be absolutely suffocating. It is late at night. The lights are off. Drew Kane, dressed in dark clothing, slips past the security systems with the precision of a ghost. He moves through Brennan's office, his heart pounding in his chest, knowing that if he is caught, his life is effectively over. He searches the room, his trained eyes looking for the hidden safe, the false wall, the secret compartment. After agonizing minutes of searching, he finally finds it. He cracks the lock. The heavy metal door swings open, and there it is. The black box. The singular item that holds his entire future, his freedom, and his ability to exact vengeance on the women who tried to destroy him. Drew reaches out and grabs the box. In that brief, fleeting moment, he feels the intoxicating rush of victory. He has done it. He has disarmed his enemies. The shield protecting Willow and Nina is finally in his hands. But just as he turns to leave, just as he thinks he has won, the office door swings open. The lights flick on, and standing there, blocking his only exit, is Jack Brennan. The bigger question is, what happens next? Because this is the moment where the entire narrative explodes. Brennan is not just some corporate suit. He is a highly trained, lethal, former WSB director. He is a man who orchestrates assassinations and topples governments before his morning coffee. Finding Drew Kane in his office, holding his most valuable piece of leverage, is going to trigger an immediate and violent response. Brennan will realize instantly what Drew is trying to do, and he will step forward to stop him. The standoff between these two men will be nothing short of legendary. You have the arrogant, calculating intelligence operative facing off against the desperate, rage-fueled military veteran who has absolutely nothing left to lose. There may be more to this story than just a simple exchange of words. I do not see this ending with a polite negotiation. Drew is backed into a corner. He knows that if he lets Brennan walk away with that box, his revenge plot crumbles into dust and he goes to prison. He has no way out. He cannot surrender. He has to fight. We are looking at a brutal, no-holds-barred physical confrontation between two of the most dangerous men in Port Charles. The choreography of this clash will be intense. Fists flying, furniture shattering, a desperate struggle for survival and control. Drew is fighting for his life, his freedom, and his right to destroy Willow and Nina. That kind of desperate rage gives a man unnatural strength. My theory is that Drew will ultimately gain the upper hand. In the heat of the brutal struggle, he will strike a devastating blow that incapacitates Brennan. Brennan will hit the floor, unconscious or severely injured, leaving Drew standing breathless in the wrecked office, the black box clutched tightly in his hands. Drew will not wait around to see if Brennan wakes up. He will flee the scene, vanishing into the night with the evidence, leaving Brennan battered and empty-handed. When the dust settles, the aftermath of this violent encounter will send shockwaves through the entire city. The PCPD will eventually get involved when Brennan is found, but Brennan is a creature of the shadows. He operates outside the law. He is not going to file a police report saying that Drew Kane beat him up and stole his blackmail material. Brennan might even claim he has amnesia regarding the attack, or he might completely disappear off the grid for a few days to lick his wounds and reassess his catastrophic failure. He will be furious, humiliated, and plotting his own revenge, but for the immediate future, he will be neutralized. Meanwhile, in a secure, undisclosed location, Drew Kane will open that black box. He will look at the documents, the flash drives, the undeniable proof of his campaign embezzlement. And then, without a second thought, he will destroy it all. He will burn the papers to ash. He will smash the drives into dust. He will watch the only evidence that could send him to prison go up in smoke. In that moment, the heavy chains that have been holding him back will shatter. He will be completely and utterly free. Think about the psychological horror that is about to dawn on Willow and Nina. They are sitting in their beautiful homes, sipping tea, believing that Jack Brennan has everything under control. They believe their shield is impenetrable. But soon, they will receive the horrifying news. Brennan has been attacked. The black box is gone. The evidence is destroyed. The realization will hit them like a freight train. They have no leverage. They have no protection. They are completely and utterly defenseless against a man they paralyzed and tried to drown. The power dynamic will shift so violently that it will leave them gasping for air. Without the black box hanging over his head, Drew will no longer be forced to play defense. He will be unleashed. He can finally go on the offensive, and his revenge will be biblical. He will not just want to send Willow to prison for shooting him. He will want to systematically dismantle her entire life. He will want to expose Nina for the attempted murder at the lake. He will want to strip them of their wealth, their reputations, and their family. He will use every resource at his disposal to ensure they suffer exactly the way he suffered when he was trapped in his own paralyzed body. He might even turn his sights on Brennan, knowing that the WSB agent is a lingering threat that needs to be permanently dealt with. Drew is going to become the most dangerous wildcard Port Charles has ever seen, a man operating with zero fear and absolute ruthlessness. We may be looking at the beginning of something huge, guys. The destruction of that black box is the catalyst for the greatest war this show has seen in years. The truth could be closer than anyone realizes, and the pieces are already moving into place. Willow and Nina think they have won, but they have only awakened a sleeping giant. Someone may not be ready for what is coming next. And if you ask me, the fallout from this stolen black box is going to leave a trail of absolute destruction in its wake. Keep your eyes peeled, because the real game is just about to begin, and nobody is safe.
Goodbye. Please like, subscribe, and comment on the GH Spoilers Daily channel.